periodic trends, we will learn first about the valency. We are already knowing that the valence electrons are the electrons which are present in the outermost orbit. Now every atom has a tendency to gain the octet state, that is the stable state. So either it removes or it gains the electrons so that the octet becomes complete. Now here we have in front of you one example where there are 5 electrons. So two possibilities there. Either the atom has to give these 5 electrons or it has to accept 3 electrons. Now obviously it is better to take 3 instead of giving 5 because the same energy is give and take is required, right? So instead of giving 5 electrons, it better to gain 3 electrons. So this particular element, that is the nitrogen, it takes away it takes the electrons from the other. How many electrons are taken? There are 3 electrons taken. Say 1, 2, 3. So the octet becomes complete. So valency becomes 3. So if 1 electron is there, it will give 1 electron. So valency is 1. If it is 2 electron, it will give 2 electrons. If it is 3 electrons, then it will give 3 electrons. If there are 4 electrons, then either it will take or give or share, whatever, because all requires equal amount of energy. Now if there are 5 electrons in the case of this nitrogen, then instead of giving 5 electrons, it's better to accept 3 electrons, so valency becomes 3. Oxygen valence electron is 6, so it's better to take 2 electrons instead of giving 6. Fluorine valence electrons are 7, so it's better to take 1 electron and give instead of giving 7 electrons. Okay, so like that the valency varies from 1, 2, 3, 4. See 1, 2, 3, 4 and then again 3, 2, 1, 0. All these are this inert gases, argon, krypton, xenon, neon, they all are having 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, so they don't take part in the reaction. उनको कुछ लेना नहीं है, देना नहीं है, because already 8 electrons are there. So you can say the valency is 0. So how is the periodic trade of valency? It increases from 1 to 4 and then again it is decreases from 4 to 0. So this is how the valency variation, or you can say in the periodic table, this is how it varies. So across the period the valency goes from 1 to 4 and 4 to 0, but in a group all are having outermost orbit same, so, outermost electronic configuration same, so their valency is same. So how is the periodic trend? According in a group valency is same, and in a period it increases from 1 to 4 and then it is decreasing from 4 to 0. Correct? Now we'll talk about the atomic size. Atomic size, children, as the atom is very small, so we will not use the bigger unit like meter and centimeter. Meter and centimeter becomes very big, because on the tip of the needle also you can see millions of electrons, atoms present there. So we need a smaller unit, and we are using unit called as picometer, which is nothing but 10 raised to minus 12 meter. What do you mean by atomic size, children? Atomic size is nothing but the radius of this atom, that is from the nucleus to the outermost orbit. So atomic radius or atomic distance is the distance between the nucleus of atom and its outermost shell. So let us see the example. Here I have an example. Say some elements are written along with their atomic radius. Oxygen 66, boron 88, carbon 77, nitrogen 74, beryllium 111, lithium 152. So these are some of the values which are already measured and given to you, right? Now just observe, understand this, children. In a periodic table, what exactly happens is the atomic radius goes on decreasing while you are going from left to right in the period. So when you go from left to right this way in the period, the atomic radius goes on decreasing. Now why is it so? I'll just explain to you. What happens is when you go from left to right in a period, the atomic number increases, right? यहाँ पे you can observe. Say here it is 27 cobalt. What is nickel? 28. So what is happening? Atomic number is increasing. When the atomic number is increases by 1, that means one positive charge on a radius is increased. है ना, एक प्रोटॉन यहाँ पे न्यूक्लियस पे बढ़ जाएगा ना, here in the nucleus, see my pointer. So one electron will increase at that, but at the same time an additional electron also will get added to the outermost orbit. So what you will have, यहाँ पे एक और इलेक्ट्रॉन भी ऐड हो गया, right? So due to the increased nuclear charge, the electrons are pulled towards it because you have one proton here extra now. So that also will try to pull the electrons. So due to the increased nuclear charge, the electrons are pulled towards the nucleus to a greater extent, and thereby what is happening? The size of the atom goes on decreasing. So as you see, the electrons are also getting added up and the proton also. So this proton is trying to pull from all the directions. See, I have shown with the arrows. So it is pulling from all the direction, and that is why you can say that the size is decreasing. Now observe this again, one study for you, and you are going to answer the question. Can you arrange in the increasing order of atomic radii? सबसे छोटे को पहले लिखो. So lithium, then sodium, then potassium. So if I'll number it, how will you number? It is lithium which is first. Then you have sodium second. Then you have potassium third. Then you have rubidium 4, and then fifth one is gallium. So we have these elements here, correct? So this is what is the ascending order. If you are asked to write down in ascending order, this is how you will write down. So who is having the smallest atomic radii? It's lithium. And who is having the largest atomic radius? It is the CS, scandium. Fine. Now what do you see the what periodic trends you observe in the variation of atomic radii in a group? Now you observe the position of lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, etc. in the periodic table. Let me show you the periodic table. See, here it is. Can you see? Very first part. So sodium was having 186, potassium was having 231, then rubidium was having 244. So what is the periodic trend here? Observe, as you go down in a group, the atomic radius goes on increasing, correct? So that is what is the periodic trend of atomic radius. As you go down in a group, atomic radius increases, but when you move from left to right in a period, the atomic radius goes on decreasing. So this is all about the periodic trains of the atomic radii. Now we'll talk about the metallic and non-metallic characters. So for this, look at we will have a look on one particular period and then we will study further, because entire thing it is not possible. So let us see. What do you observe here? See, here you have a periodic table in front of you. Now observe it. At which side you are getting the metals? Yes, it is on the left hand side you are getting the metals, right? All this sodium, magnesium, aluminum is on the left hand side, and right hand side sulfur, chlorine, argon, they are all the non-metals. Correct? So what do we see? The metallic elements like sodium, magnesium are towards the left, and the non-metallic elements like sulfur, chlorine are towards the right. What about the metalloids? They are lying in between. Can you see silicon here? It is in between. So silicon lies between the two. So same way, see here, now sodium, magnesium, aluminum, these are metals. Sulfur, chlorine, these are non-metals. In between you have the metalloids. So same type of trend is observed in almost all the periods. So you can say that metalloids are in between. So one zigzag line is there. Besides that, the metalloid stays, and towards left of it we have the metals, and towards right of it you have the non-metal. So fine. So across a period we understood. Now let us go ahead. We have here, we have to compare the characteristic chemical properties of metal and non-metal. Okay. So to see, from chemical formulae of simple ionic compound, that is the cation in them is formed from a metal, while the anion are formed in the non-metal. We observe that sodium, it gives electron and becomes a positive charge. Magnesium, it gives the electrons and becomes the positive charge. Aluminum also gives the electron, hence become the positive ion. So positive ion are called as cation. Positive ions are called as cations. Correct? So metals form the cation, and the non-metals, here all this phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, all this, they are forming the anion. Correct? So we get anion from non-metals and we get cation from the metals. So from this we understand that the metal atom have a tendency to form a cation by losing the valence electron. Children, this property is called as the electropositivity of an element. So what is electropositivity of an element? It is a tendency of metal to make cation. They are making cation, this by losing the electron. So this tendency is called as the electropositivity. Understanding electropositivity, let us understand what happens is to the non-metal. So we have the non-metal on the right hand side. What tendency they are having? They are having the tendency to accept the electrons, right? So accepting electrons from outside into the valence shell, that's a tendency of the non-metal. right? We have already seen that ions have a stable configuration of the noble gas because they are accepting the electrons or they are donating the electrons, and they form the 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, right? So all the electrons in any atom are held by the attractive force exerted on them by the positive charge of the nucleus. Electrons in the inner shells lie in between the valence shell and the nucleus. Here we have the yes. So all the electrons try to gain the noble gas configuration, right? So the number of valence electrons in the metal is small, that is 1, 2, 3. Also the effective nuclear charge exerting the attractive force on the electrons is also small. So as a combined effect of these two factors, the metals have tendency to lose the valence electron and to form the cation having the stable configuration. This tendency of element is called as the electron positivity or the metallic character of that element. So what two factors we are having? We have two factors that they have the small nuclear number of valence electrons are also small, so the effective nuclear charge is also small. So attractive force is also small. Correct? Now moving towards periodic trade in the metallic character of element. It is clearly understood by their position in the periodic table. First, we consider the metallic character of element belonging to same group. So all the first group element, let me show it to you. So all the elements belonging to group 1, let us consider. So while going down in a group, what exactly happens is one new shell gets added. So 1 is having electronic configuration 281. So next we'll be having the electronic configuration 2881. Correct? So this is how what exactly happens is one shells are getting added up, but the valence electrons remains the same. So what exactly happens is, so the shell gets added, which results increase in the distance between the nucleus and the outermost orbit. That is the valence electron. Now what happens is due to it, what is the result of it? अभी क्या हो गया? One cell is getting added. So it results in the lowering of effective nuclear charge and thereby lowering the attractive force on the valence electron. Obviously children, you can understand here I have this shell, right? First cell and second cell. Here something which is attracting. So here is this is attracting. तो जो पास में होगा उसमें अट्रैक्शन ज़्यादा होगा, जो जितना दूर होगा that means attraction force will go on decreasing. And suppose one more shell gets added up to it, then and here we will have the electron, then of course it will get attracted but with a lesser force. So you can say that slowly that pull is getting decreased. So as a result of this, the tendency of atom to lose electron increases. So what exactly happens is the penultimate shell. What do you mean by penultimate shell? The shell one before the last cell. अगर 3 shell है KLM, so you have some KLM. So M is the last shell. तो फिर जो L होगा ना, that is called as the penultimate shell. So the penultimate shell is a complete octet, and therefore it results in the formation of cation and becomes stable. So due to this, the tendency of atom to lose electron increases further. So you can say that the metallic character is also increases. Correct. So what is the you can say the periodic trend which is observed? The metallic character of an element increases while you are going down in a group. So from sodium, as you going down, what exactly happens is the metallic character goes on increases, because the valence shells are x more, one shell is getting increasing. So जो pull होता है that becomes less. So the last cell, it becomes very easy to remove the last electrons when there are many cells present there. Okay. So now let us talk about in a left to right in a period what exactly happens is. Now from left to right, when you go in a period, outermost cell remains the same. So whether you take a sodium or chlorine, both are having 3 cells. Whereas the positive charge on the nucleus goes on increasing, while यहाँ पे positive charge था 1, 2, 8, 1, 11, यहाँ पे था 17, so it goes increasing. But what exactly happens is the atomic size get decreased, because here it was 281 and here you have 287. So there is a great pull from the nucleus, so atomic radius or atomic distance goes on decreasing. So what is the effect? The effect nuclear charge goes on increasing. So as a result of this, tendency of atom to lose valence electron क्या होगा? It will decrease, right? See, sodium is ready to give the electron fast, चल भाग जा. But electron, what about chlorine? वो अपने इलेक्ट्रॉन को दे देगा क्या बाहर? No, there are 7, so that will not do. So it will try to accept, so it will not try to donate. So you can say that the losing of electron goes on decreasing. So as you go from left to right in a period, you can say that the metallic character goes on decreasing. What are the two factors we have? We have the two factors: increasing nuclear charge and decreasing atomic radius. ये दो बातें होती है when you move from left to right in a period. So these two factors are responsible for the increasing the effective nuclear charge, and therefore the valence electrons are held with a greater force. अभी यहाँ पे greater force अगर, so what you can say that electron negativity of an atom. So this is what is the electron negativity. क्या है? So all the valence electrons are held with a greater force of attraction. This getting connected with the nucleus. So due to the increasing electronegativity from left to right in a period, the ability of atom to become anion by accepting the outside electron goes on increasing. क्लोरीन फटाफट से एक्सेप्ट कर देगा, सोडियम देता जाएगा, सोडियम is towards left and chlorine is towards right. So tendency of an element to form an anion or electronegativity is the non-metallic character of an element. So what conclusion can be drawn, children, here now? Metallic character. So metallic character goes on, say when you are going in a group, it goes on increasing. But when you go from left to right, metallic character, it goes on decreasing. Clear? When I say about non-metallic part, so non-metallic part goes on increasing when you go from left to right. Correct? Now let us see gradation in the halogen family. Group 17 contains all the members of halogen family. Out of them, have what all are having the general formula as X2. A gradation is observed in their physical state as you go down. For example, fluorine, chlorine are gases. Observe this, fluorine, chlorine. They are gases. Bromine is liquid, while iodine is in a solid state. Okay, so you can observe there is a change in the physical state as you go down in a group. So this is what is about the halogen family, that is group 17. Group 17 is called as the halogen family.